just to let everybody know it's 3 in the morning right now.
What's going on, Jerry? How's your day
Good,
been
man.
so
Good.
far,
It's
man?
been a good day, man. Things are getting better and better, and
Sorry to keep you up at 3 o'clock in the morning, man.
it is what it is. We got to get things done. So,
Hey.
yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no
Looking
problem,
forward to
bro.
what we're about to talk about.
No
so
problem, man.
Give people a better scoop of what it is.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are curious to see who the man behind Facebook is. You feel me?
Oh man, they don't want to know.
So let me just start off. I saw you were in San Antonio with your food truck. So tell me how that went.
Man,
that must have been.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. So
Yeah.
I guess that's the latest thing that we got going on that I guess people would connect to. And yeah, so we started a food truck concept in South Padre, launched it spring break.
Okay.
It was more just to try to stay busy during the holiday season at the island. You know, we love being over there, so we try to find as many excuses as we can to get over there.
Exactly.
And there's nothing like work. You know, work
Yeah.
isn't an excuse; it's a reason.
Mhm.
So we had a lot of support for the concept by the city, and the right direction from the right people. You know, the environmental director, Mr. Valdovinos,
South Padre,
and yeah, everybody. They were
showing
great.
love then.
Yeah, I mean, they saw that we were bringing quality and you know, something different to the island. So it was exciting to see how it would take off, and it exceeded expectations, and it became something that gained statewide, I would say even national and beyond, because you know you had tourists from all over the world come to South Padre for whether it be some
place.
yeah, man.
What was
I
the
mean,
craziest place?
that we've been to.
No, that somebody's told you. Oh, I'm from this place.
Oh, we had somebody from Belgium.
Belgium,
and then they started talking about how incorporating. They started talking about how to, you know, put together some of their marinades that would make it more.
Like waffles.
Nah, not like that, man. That's a stereotype. You say nah. They're talking more about like beef type of stuff. I mean, I gave them the courtesy, yeah, but I mean, we were overwhelmed with people, so I just didn't really catch on to much after that. After, you know, their accent was what got me to ask them, so it was pretty crazy. They were, you know, there as part of a student program or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, we meet a lot of people. We met this guy who's, I guess, one of the dudes financing Ebola cures and research.
Dang,
Yeah, like his name's on a lot of, you Google him and all that stuff. So crazy. Met a doctor out of San Antonio who created a respiratory device and stuff like that for you know, patients going through whatever on the lungs wise. Yeah, so you meet people, you know, I mean, people don't, what kind of people go to the island, you know? It's people that are
everybody vacationing basically.
Yeah, you know, hard workers. You don't just go over there, you don't limp your way into the island, you know what I'm saying? It's not cheap to hang out there. So yeah, well, and even so, you budget, you know, you save up money to go make the trip. So at some point along the way, you worked hard to make that trip, you know, to make that experience something to talk about, you know, something to get excited about, because you wouldn't go with no money, because you'd be turned off at the idea of showing up with no money.
Yeah.
So you put in some work the weeks before, months, whatever it takes you, and you want to have a good time, and you know, it's been very satisfying to know that I contribute to a lot of people's I guess memories. You know, they make it part of their vacation, a highlight. I mean, they say a lot of good things about it. So we're happy that presence has carried on upstate, and we've had a waiting list of people wanting to franchise and partner. However, you know, it's new to me, so I've been wanting to take my time with it and get more understanding of it. Yeah, no, it's been good to me, and it's been good to my team. You know, it's been great. It's been a good time, but we put in the work, so you get what you put in. You know, we people probably can't remember the last time they've seen us out and about, and if they did, it was probably out because it was like 50-cent tacos and we just didn't feel like cooking or something. There's nothing really special to how we spend our downtime now, because we're so satisfied with what our work brings us that we're good. You know, we're good. You can only do so much in a day, and we get our satisfaction from all areas at work. As like people will call it work. I think we're just really hanging out. You know, we love the team. We love working as a team. Love to travel. We stay in nice hotels. We eat good. You know, it's cool. It's a good time.
Cool.
So yeah.
And this whole exotic bowl you basically have, I tried it at the McAllen Fair, I think they had there.
Yeah.
It was kicking chicken, man. That thing was really good. All of this stuff, what were you doing before that kind of just made you have this crazy idea? Oh, I want to...
Well, I mean, I guess without trying to drag it on too long and highlight the different ventures that I've been in, I'll narrow it down. It probably had to do with the concert productions that I would do at the island, and we'd bring down these high-profile guests, and I wanted to show them an experience that they would tie into working with me. Like, man, you know what? I love the island for 3 reasons: professionalism, the hospitality, and the promoter. Yeah, that was my my agenda, my priorities. Or I wanted to somehow create an environment where those 3 things would stand out. And they would trip out, their management, because I was really young. I was in my early to mid 20s, and I was talking about all these things, and they didn't expect it from someone in the market. There was a stereotype. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. About the type of professionalism or lack of from this market. So then they saw that. Then they saw someone young, and then they're like, "Holy crap!" It actually, when they saw more too. Yeah, and especially when we met in person, they'd be like, "Yo, man, this is a guy to work with. He's a good dude," and they supported me aside from just the business side. I always made sure to create a side relationship for professional reasons to boost up my resume. And if I needed help finding work, I always had that line that would make my resume stand out beyond anybody else's. So I was real conscious of the people that I was working with and how it could help me in the future. You know what I'm saying? In the workplace or trying to get a job or whatever. And like I said, I always wanted to find something at the island that would give them a good hospitality experience. Hotel, room service and all that stuff is good, but I just couldn't find it. Yeah, no one could. They would never post the food, nothing like that. And not that it mattered, but to me it did. I wanted to see their casual post be at the island, because they're it has a lot of value. It adds value to our market. It adds value. It's good for the economy of the island.
And you're
what I'm saying?
The artist
posting. Yeah. So I'm not even talking about my concert. I'm just saying, or acknowledging the island, their time there. Exactly. So that meant a lot to me. And this is stuff that people don't understand. You don't post this on Facebook, they won't get it. Yeah. That image that I have on my Facebook is a character that, it resembles me personally very little. You know me, so you know what's up. And that we use that as a marketing thing to entertain people, keep them going, and add some joy to their day, some excitement. Some people, they vent on it, and then that's cool. I don't take anything personal, because it's not who I am. It's my social media. It's not my personal media. You don't see me flaunting pictures of my kid or anything like that, or the things that really matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It's just things to entertain and keep you guys going. And I know I accept my role in life, and I think I've found it, and I'm good at it, and I'll play that role and give the people what they want, and that's it. It's not always gonna come with good feedback, but the negative won't hurt me, because it's not coming from the people that I love. Yeah. So I'm good. So yeah. So that's it. That's true, so yeah, enjoy that. Enjoy the Instagram, the Twitters, and Snapchat. That's all just entertainment. It's sarcasm and politically wise. Nothing. I don't
take anything serious.
You can, but you're only gonna age, man. Yeah. And I don't want to see. I don't want my daughter to see that. No, there's no need to. Why? What is me getting worked up over what's on TV gonna do? If I was really about change, I'd be out there trying to influence it. And that's what I tell people. No matter how practical or how well you can connect the theory on the internet, on Facebook through a post, it does nothing for the real world. It doesn't. Movement is caused by movement, and this has created a false sense of security and people, that they feel satisfied that they did their part by making a bright comment that got 100 shares. You didn't do anything. You haven't. There hasn't been extra funding.
A moment of time, and then that's it.
They forget about it. And that's what I'm not about that. And if I talk about something, I'm about it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I already know what I guess what the 1% thinks about the people who just talk and don't do anything. And because I've been blessed to work with that type of person, with the Floyd Mayweather, Julio Cesar Chavez, Wiz Khalifa, Daddy Yankee, the way these individuals see the world and the way they're able to put it into vocabulary that I was able to understand and apply into every second of my life afterwards, after working with them, has molded me to understand, the way humans behave and it goes far beyond the vocabulary of you're not going to please anyone. You're not supposed to worry about pleasing anyone, because, really, what does it do for you? Yeah. There's nothing. So you can't, my suggestion to people is, if you're about a movement, go and be part of a movement. Go march, go put up a poster, physical, not violent or anything, but do something. Maybe even go educate yourself and put yourself in a position to influence change that might need some formal education. I don't know, but follow your dreams through work, not through your mouth, because you ain't gonna grow. You'll be caught in the cycle, getting mad and worked up over the same thing. And see, no one's ever perfect. Whether X candidate wins or this candidate wins, there's always the whole concept of politics is that beef. It's without it, we'd be bored. So there's always got to have to be some underlying agendas that someone discovers or something. Otherwise, what would Floyd Mayweather be if he never talked? He'd just be a dude.
Be a boxer.
Yeah, it'd be boring. We wouldn't. What McGregor? We need that. So these characters and stuff like that, it just goes into play to make things what they are, to give excitement to the world. And it just sucks that some people get too consumed in it emotionally, and it burns them out to where it affects their family and their livelihood. And it's not supposed to be like that. You're not, you scroll in the morning and you see something you might disagree with politically. You're in a bad mood. Show up to work mad. Man, work's an opportunity. It's not work's fault. See what I'm saying? So a lot of people suffer, especially, I was a teacher and I would see people get worked up over politics and things that was out of their control. And it's just like, it's tough. So, I was able to fortunately stay around a circle of friends who were like-minded and accept their role in society. And some are entrepreneurs, some are career people, but they're all very happy with what they do, and we don't talk down on each other's professions. We share each other's opinions about the profession, but we never take it personal because we're friends. We don't mean it to harm each other. We just mean it in a therapeutic way. We need to get these things out of our system because it's good. So I'm so blessed to be around a sarcastic group of humans. We go at it, but it's good because this keeps us conscious, keeps us on our toes, and makes us aware of how he sees it as a medical professional, education professional, astronomical professional, dental, this, that. Every single friend that I have that I would call in my circle, they just see things from a different perspective because they're around a different group of people. I'm more like the rover that's dipping into a little bit of everything because I've learned to find satisfaction in the little things. You know what I'm saying? Daily victories. A human can only feel so good. See what I'm saying? So whether you win the lottery or you find $20 outside, your meter can only go up to here. You're happy.
That's true.
Yeah, but see, people put a dollar sign on happiness sometimes, and they got caught up, and they think that, But I understand. I've been blessed to experience a lot of great things, so I'm able to now come back to earth and be like, well, this is the way it is, and it's not all cracked out to be. Certain people never get to get there, and it consumes them, So, and it's unfortunate because how can you tell someone that, hey, all this stuff you've been working for is not really worth it? So it's not, doesn't work that way, and it's a diss. It's not gonna come off right.
Somebody who's kind of, who might not know how to take criticism can take that
because, and it's not, you don't learn to take criticism. It just, circumstance will teach you through trial and error and stuff, and eventually, some people can, I guess, but it's just, that is what it is.
But taking it back to the concerts, I know you were talking about one of the things at South Padre was kind of the artists maybe not posting too much about them showing up.
Yeah, so back to that. Wow, we really narrowed off. My bad.
It's all right, you're good.
So they wouldn't brag about their time there aside from the concert time. You know what I'm saying?
Just pick up the bag and go.
Boom, yeah. And I was like, they'd go. They would go quick.
Ran off from the plug.
Like I said, a lot of people, I'll run into people and they'll be like, hey, how come you don't do that? And I'm like, well, because I did it.
Yeah.
I did it, and it taught me some of the craziest life lessons that I'll ever come to learn.
Give yourself one to the young Jerry. What's up?
Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
That's the life lesson.
Good job. Oh, one? I thought if I had one thing to say.
No, not
one life lesson.
One life lesson.
Man, how do you? In what sense though?
So let's say.
Okay.
You're walking down the hall.
And I run into myself. Tell me, what environment? Where am I running into myself? I know exactly which one.
Like that movie 17 Again, where he runs into that genie dude. And then he says something.
Okay. I would tell him, if he's willing to put work behind his theory or opinion, that he's gonna be right. He's gonna be right. He's gonna be right. If he says, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna create this, I'm gonna go get this, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna do this like this, anything, and he understands the workload, and it doesn't make him feel indifferent about attaining that, he's gonna do it. Because there's a lot of things that I didn't get, and they came because I thought that my platform would carry it on its own and stuff. So that was pretty much it. But aside from that, if I had to tell him one thing, I say good job. You know, it was worth it. It was worth it. I lost a lot of good people along the way, not death wise, but you know, relationship wise, friends, betrayal, man. Yeah. Terrible. Yeah. The worst thing ever would be a social media circus if I was, you know, really get deep into that. But I left it behind, and that's it. But I mean,
yeah, all that for,
you know, with all due respect, yeah. I left it behind, and you know, we had a sit down, not even a sit down, talk to each other, and I said I just don't want my name coming out of people's mouths in that industry, respectfully, and I'm moving on, and we'll let it die out. And so far so good. So it is what it is.
TMT was born.
TMT was already around. You know, it was already around.
Okay.
That's a different story. But yeah, so again to the concert scene being what it was. Yeah, it was great. I learned a lot, and like I said, just about catering and stuff. I wanted them to experience something that they wouldn't experience anywhere else. And it was nothing that came to mind because I guess I was so emotionally spent in producing the event, promoting the event, making sure it ran fluently, that I guess I didn't have time to really think it through. And I guess a couple of years removed from that industry, I was able to sit down and enjoy the island from a different perspective. And then one thing led to another. We were prepping at TMT, actually. We were doing an island-inspired menu. Wanna inspired. My boy Chino, man. Day one. People who know Chino, and he's a huge part of the success that Pineapple Ninjaz has become. It was not easy getting into the island, and he was my friend over there that kept me motivated and reminded me that it was going to be worth it, you know, because it was not easy. That's why it's been so good, because God, Leo was hard. But yeah, so we were prepping, and I went to Sprouts and I bought some pineapple. And as I was walking out, I saw that they had like a sale on seafood, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy some seafood, and I'm gonna prep for the boys because they've been working hard, and cooking is really therapeutic to me. The menu items and everything, I'm actually the one that would come up with them, and how to plate and everything. I learned working with my friend Rick Macias at Infusions. We had a partnership going there for meal preps, and you know, he taught me a lot about the food industry and stuff. So taking his knowledge and applying it, it just blended in.
It just started falling together.
Yeah, so I put these meals together. I took some pictures and I posted them on Facebook, and I mean, Facebook just blew it up. You know how it is sometimes. You might get lucky, you get one of those posts that gets a lot of traffic, and this one did. And I was like, that's it. I connected 1 + 1 as the attention grew, and I was like, oh shit, I accidentally stumbled on it. I could never put it together, you know, but it came together on its own. And immediately went to the island. We were going to do a brick and mortar. It was going to be almost like Rainforest Cafe inspired. But not Rainforest. It was going to be tropical, you know, Pineapple Ninjaz. We're going to call it the dojo. Stay tuned, though. You never know. And it was difficult to get the kitchen hood going, but the city health director recommended trying a food trailer. And we ended up, it took me about 7 months, man, to really come up with a way to put it in a food truck. As far as the cosmetics of outside.
How were those 7 months for you?
Just kind of smooth, because I knew what it was leading into. Because I told myself I gotta be ready by next spring break, and I'm the type of guy, when I would write like a paper or whatever in college, and you know, let's say it's a 10-page paper and I have 10 weeks, I would write a page a week, and I would actually do it. I wouldn't say I would do it and then not do it. I'd invest myself and do it, and it always worked out. So I told myself, okay, we're gonna attack this aspect of the brand, make sure they're tuned, make sure the flavors, recipes, distributors, everybody's in line to make sure that we have long-term success. So we took a big league approach to it right off the bat. You know, Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Whataburger, McDonald's, those are brands that we influence our business structure from because they're the best. And we try our best to be like them, you know, as far as business professionalism goes. Quality and all that stuff, that's a different story. Obviously, we're in a different league of the food industry than those fast food restaurants. But regardless, customer service is what makes a restaurant or any business successful. And put it together, launched it spring break, and like I said, it just exceeded expectations. And we have a good team around us, distribution wise and everything, that allows us to expand and see more of it. So you know, we'll see where we're at. I mean,
so all of this was this a learning process?
It's every day. It's a learning process. Yeah, that's why, you know, you have people making crazy offers to buy into the brand, and I can't put a value on it because I don't understand it enough. I haven't gone through even our first full year. Even so, if I say a year, hasn't been 365 days of work. We only work weekends. You know, it's like 30% of the year still. So it hasn't been that much work. So you know, we need to give it time because I've seen things fall apart. You know, I've seen things that make a lot of money, but that always have red flags every year that they don't fix because they didn't invest themselves in the concept. You know, they didn't pace themselves. They just. I mean, hey, to each their own. But I understand things differently because based on my experience, and my experience has taught me to be actively patient. You see what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. Always moving, but being patient.
So that's kind of the key, because I know that's what I was going to ask was. To some people, those everyday processes like that can be really discouraging, and one day can just be.
Think about it like this, man. Yeah, man. And so, like I tell people, even a college student, it's the best way to. We were all students at one point, middle school, elementary, whatever. You know, we were students, so we know that process. So, you know, getting our high school diploma, you don't get it as a freshman, you don't get it as a sophomore, you don't get it as a junior, you get it as a senior. If you could wait 4 years to get that piece of paper that really didn't do much for you, to some people it did. I mean, and some people bust their ass to try to get one and never do so. This is an example. This is not a pun or anything to anyone. Any level of education requires a lot of hard work. So go out and get it. So don't take what I'm saying as a diss or anything. I'm just making an example. What I'm trying to get at is that everything takes time. Anything that's worth doing takes time. Whether you busted your ass to get your GED, you had a goal in mind that you needed a GED to get into that goal. So the same thing with me. I understood that I've invested years doing so many different things, and that it worked out all right. And this wasn't a matter of years. It's just a matter of patience and not trying to push it. Let it push itself. You know, don't you feed the demand. Don't demand it to feed you. Like, you know, it's a vibe. It's a vibe thing. I can't really explain it. Those that have done it know what I'm talking about. But you just put it out there. You do your best behind it, and you stay humble. You stay focused on delivering the best service, because it's the domino effect. You provide a great service. Yeah. What are they gonna do? They're gonna buy more. Talk about it. Hey, and guess what? At the end of the night, after I give my great service, holy shit, we made some great work. We did good. It's math, but it's got to start with them. You gotta. It's not 1 + 1. It's +1 + 1. You come at the end. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So the plus is the food, the 1 is the customer, and then you're at the end. Yeah. And then the 2 is your profit, or the 2 is, hey, you come upper hand. But you make it about them. You always win. You know, because they are the ones that sustain you. They keep the flow going. So you make it about them, you will win. You know, you make it about it's being selfless, but for the right reasons. You know, we're blessed to have a concept that we can invest ourselves so much emotionally, and we know we're going to get a good positive return. You know, not just speaking financially, not speaking financially at all, emotionally. Oh wow, boom. Yeah. You know, all that stuff. It feels good. It does. You know, what kind of chef can say that they get that? Unless you're like Gordon Ramsay. That's the only one I know. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know. Yeah. No, that's true. Everybody takes a picture of our food, and when you go to Gordon Ramsay's, I took a picture. The first thing I got, I was like, and you got a kicking chicken for the gram. Yeah, kicking chicken. See, and that's $10. You go to Gordon Ramsay, you're spending $100. So, and you're like, oh damn, and you gotta have. And you go to a branded restaurant. It's all about experience. The expectation is there. But see, when you go to a food truck, and then what's the experience at a food truck? It's so open-ended. It's so the colors on the I don't know. Honestly, I think it's so open-ended. So that's where I'm trying to be the one to set a standard. Yeah. Boom! I'm trying to be that thing that when people think of food trucks, like when I say hamburgers, right now as a Texan, you'll think Whataburger, McDonald's, whatever. When they think food trucks, I want it to be, I think
Pineapple Ninjas.
Pineapple Ninjas in due time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my goal. Will I get there? Who knows? But it feels good, and every day we feel progress, like we might. So it's exciting. Might not be billions served, might not even be millions, but it's good enough to keep the light on. You know, we all right. Yeah. We're blessed. You know, and but it's. I mean, we still got a lot of hard work to do. We're not nowhere near where we want to be. We just know that the brand and the unit itself is keeping up and now making us play catch up, which is good, because it's hard to run into things like that. So yeah. So
like all of that stuff, how can a young entrepreneur like start taking that into consideration?
I think it's hard, man, because you do need support. Regardless, you need some emotional support, and it's hard because a lot of people, you know, how can a parent support an entrepreneur when they don't understand, you know, the ups and downs of being an entrepreneur? And a parent just doesn't want to see their kids suffer. So that can be one thing. Maybe not having a guardian or parent at all is another. Finances, you know, you're too busy as a kid worrying about what you're gonna eat. You don't have time to dream. I've seen kids like that, you know. So
how do you think they can start kind of getting into financing for the people who might not have that, you know, at a earlier age? Because I think they get sold on not that college or anything is bad, but one way that somebody isn't gonna kill their pocket right away.
I think a personality. Your personality has to be loud. You know, You have to give off a vibe that you're very confident. I always say a great idea can be put together with something other than money. I mean, come on. Think about it. I give you 100,000. You're going to, I'm going to buy this. Oh, yeah. What about I don't give you 100,000 and you need to buy that? How can you do it? Oh, I can't because I don't have the money.
I'll make a movie, yeah.
It is what it is. Hey, you find a way. My way was credibility. People person. I go to my bank now. I don't think I even need my bank is awesome. Yeah. Greater State Bank. Greatest bank. Victor Barbosa. I love you, man. Thank you for trusting in me. Thank you and your staff for standing behind my goals, my dreams, and we're going to make it big. And I just thought I would throw that in there. Greater State Bank.
And there it is.
Your main source for local banking.
Plug.
Plug, yeah. So, you know, like that. I didn't have money, but, you know, if kids that are in that circumstance can hear me, I'd say work on your personality. It's not expensive to be a good human. Be a good human and the right people will catch on. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that talk shit about me, but they're people that don't carry the influence that's going to help me grow. So I can care less because the people that are investing themselves in me and my dreams need my attention. And I'm not even giving it to them sometimes because I'm busy. So if there's one thing to take, you know, it's that what I just said. Work on your personality. Be loud. Be courteous to people. Be a good human. Always, you know, hold your head up high, tuck your shirt in. Doesn't matter if it's torn or whatever. You know, iron your pants or sacúdelos at least. You don't got an iron, do your best. Do your best. If all you can do is sacudirte, let it be that. But do your best, and it will turn around for you. You know, like I said, that's what I would tell myself. It's like if you're understanding that the workload of what your goal, the workload between you and your goal is. And you're gonna say yes to it. You're gonna do it. So that's what I tell all kids. I mean, that's why I love being a teacher, man, because I felt so satisfied knowing that they got it. They're like, wait a minute, all I gotta be is, you know. I mean, just be a character. Be somebody that makes people feel good. I have people that just wanna just shoot it. I got thousands of people on my Snap. They want just any acknowledgement I know makes their day. And I try my best to acknowledge them. And it's like, you know, I don't know why they follow it. Maybe, I mean, I've done a lot of things. And a lot of people, you know.
I would say a lot of people just might not have that outreach to kind of grab that inspiration on a personal level where they can do that day-to-day process. And maybe. But
again, like I said, you know, if there's kids listening, that's it. That's the key. That's the key. I literally just gave you the key to success. If you have no money, have personality, build a connection with people, trust. That is it's so hard to do right now. A genuine trust.
Trust is a big
trust. And don't let your
on the ZONDER interview too.
Nah, it just is what it is, man. And be loud. Be a personality. Be a character. It takes energy. It's gonna get you tired, but it beats paying for it, baby. So like when I played baseball, I don't remember paying for college.
That's a whole nother subject.
Man, hold on, that's a good story too, man. I kicked ass in that. I did it. I did it as far as I wanted to do it. I had a dream. I wanted to play in the World Series, but I didn't. But I got farther than the people who talk shit about me not, being a good little leaguer, like big whoop. Yeah. In my head, I knew that it didn't mean anything. We all knew. We knew. And when I say we, I mean my friends, my parents. My dad was a hella patient person when it came to baseball because I was a late bloomer, man. And God torce, I was terrible. Oh, man, I was terrible. I was a terrible athlete. But my mindset was beyond anything that these kids would be able to understand and commitment, because my parents I didn't go home to my parents saying, "Mijito, great job." It was like, "Nah, mijo, we got to work on this. You got to work on this." They were a little more vulgar, not abusive or anything, but like sarcasm.
Catch the mother.
No, I could catch. I could do that. I had reflexes. I could catch because I didn't want the ball to hit my ass. I'd be like, hey! So shit, I had reflexes like a mongoose. But my dad se desesperaba, and he should, because I was a big dude that couldn't figure his shit out.
How tall were you?
I was just big, but damn it, I couldn't figure shit out. So I know I'd be the same desesperado with my dad. I would have given up on my ass, honestly. Don't give up on your kids, but back in the day, times were different. Yeah. My dad would have just said, go be a construction worker, dude, because damn. But I said, you know what? Well, one thing I know, these kids ain't gonna be bigger than me. So I'm gonna beat them naturally without even having to work at that. So I'll work at something else. And I just worked on throwing hard. And like I said, I had the right group of people. And see, we didn't. Like I always say, man. Okay, skip that. Shouldn't get into that. But this is between family. But anyway, I had the right support, and I didn't get home to a world of compliments or a fake sense of security.
Yeah, Jerry, he's
nada, bro. Hey, we're behind. We're slow. We're off this. We're this. Okay, so I was always hungry. I was never satisfied. My mom always expected more from me. Oh, yeah, 4.0 to 4.0. Nah, dude, you don't get 4.2. I'm like, how? She had high expectations, and it's good. I didn't like it, but it was good that there was no social media influence back then to be a distraction.
There was none whatsoever.
Thank God. And she pushed me, and she always said that her highest level of education or career would be my lowest. So I had to catch up. She's like, if I was able to come over from Mexico with a language barrier and learn my way in to what I'm doing right now, what's your excuse? I'm like, but what can you say? What can you say? There is no excuse.
Nothing.
It's only if you're lazy and excuse driven. Oh, it was weather. It wasn't weather. You just didn't care enough to check the weather the day before because it wasn't important to you.
Excuses.
It is what it is.
You think that's a big thing that goes on? Excuses.
I ain't gotta say I'm happy. I ain't got no excuses. Yeah. I got reasons. I blame myself for everything. And because otherwise you won't grow, and it's not easy, But see, if you're a good human and a compassionate person, you give,
Yeah, it all comes around.
It comes around, and it does.
Sure.
So just be open minded and stuff like that. And again, when it comes to kids and even adults or anybody having a hard time financially, and they're worried about, how is this idea gonna get off the ground? You never know who you're gonna open the door for.
I think that's where
you never know. I'm gonna tell you right now. You never know who you're gonna open the door for. You never know who you're gonna open the door for. That's all I'm gonna say. You never know who you're gonna open the door for. You never know who you're gonna open the door for.
And
that's all I gotta say.
Okay, that's all he's gotta say.
Open doors for people. Trust me.
No, and it's true. And I feel like sometimes, like, I'm not gonna say ego gets in the way, but maybe just the sense
man, my parents, dude, I couldn't have an ego. I wish I could. No. I'd get home and like, hey, Dad, Wiz Khalifa. Like, all right, cool. I don't think my parents have understand that. I couldn't build an ego. I was humbled right away. Mm-hmm. My friends too, that talk shit to me. They, but it was good.
But that
like sarcasm.
That's gonna help you get further.
Well, see, and I think it's just circumstance. You don't pick your circumstance. It just is what it is. And like I acknowledge that I was blessed to be able to learn and to take things from everyone and not get not be thin-skinned and get offended by vocabulary. You ain't gonna do nothing unless you do something. And you know, that's I never had an ego. People might I think people who want a reason to hate on something, I'm like, hey, should I not be excited of what I just did? I mean, you see a football player lift the Lombardi trophy after the game. Why can't I lift mine? Yeah. But why? It makes you feel bad because you ain't lifting shit. Hey. Yeah. No, I mean, come on, dude. Because look, if you get yours, you too busy to hate on me getting mine.
That's true.
It's true. How often do we see each other? You getting yours?
Yeah.
I'm getting mine.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
That's exactly true. That's exactly true. And I feel like every time we see each other, we're always like...
our relationship doesn't need maintenance. We don't need to be checking in on each other every hour. Because we know that we out there getting it our way.
Yeah, exactly.
We putting up with the shit that comes. But it's our path. It's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I hope that people are able to make connections of really what goes on outside of the social media platform that we use to entertain you guys. And stuff like that. Yeah, you know, I'll get back though.
Okay.
So
right, anyway, we got the back. Bring us back, Jerry.
I'll bring you back. So anyway, concept for the whole pineapple thing took off. Started spring break. Social media carried it upwards, and now we're just meeting the demand, trying to, you know, open it in some of the cities that I enjoy traveling to and stuff in Texas, where we think we can add more value to our branding, and especially, you know, the support from those cities, being that we are the only island original concept to make it out of the island. Not out because, you know, you have Dirty Owls and a bunch of other businesses that have probably made it out, but I'm just saying, I guess given the time right now, using social media as a huge platform, you know, we're making it known that we're the only island concept that's making its way up, and we take a lot of pride in that, and we make sure that we leave a good image wherever we go. You know, we spread the message of you know, a clean environment, and you know, being what's it called, conscious of things like littering, and you know, it doesn't take a lot to bend over and pick up a bag or anything and throw it. Exactly. You know, there's trash cans everywhere.
Yeah, especially spring break, I always see pictures, you know, of the beach.
Yeah, it's terrible, man. You know, and kids need to take care of it more. I mean, it's your
picking up after yourself.
It ain't too hard, man. You know, and what that does, it'll save the city money, and they can invest into more amenities that you guys can have fun in when you visit South Padre. So, you know, think of it like that. From a business standpoint, the city will save money in having to clean up after you guys, and you know, maybe an extra fireworks show or a concert production. You never know. The city does a good job of moving funds around to make sure that it's in the best interest of the economy of the island. So, you know, they'll take notice of things like this, you know, because they pay attention to it. So if there's improvements, you know, their sense of urgency to put things to work is there. So that's being positive minded. That's the way I'd like to look at it. Yeah, you know,
positive minded. Damn, that's crazy. I know you being at the beach. What kind of influences does that spark being there? You know, just being there for so long. Your first long period of time.
Yeah, 6 months. It was good. It was good. It was real fast paced. Yeah. And a learning experience every day. You know, whether it be with a technical difficulty or a distribution speed bump, there was always something that we would take from each day. Not that saying that something bad happened every day, but I'm saying even the positive, we just apply it into making it even better and delivering better and keeping a consistent recipe or a consistent flavor, stuff like that. So we learned something new, and we like to take notes, how to manage our inventory better, just how to get better. There's always something. Yeah. And or maybe there isn't, but we ain't gonna
no, there's always room for improvement.
Yeah,
there's always
room for improvement. I had a coach would say the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. So yeah,
that's crazy, man. So anything else you kind of want to get into, maybe?
I mean, we can, but yeah. So that's just the food truck concept. It's taken off, and what the platform that I'm trying to create around it is more like of a McDonald's, where impressions wise and influence wise, it has that weight. And there's other huge food trucks from around that have been doing it longer, and I mean, you can define better as.
Do you enjoy that I'm sorry. Do you enjoy that like interaction with meeting other food trucks? And
well, yeah, especially since it's like a clean slate for me. Nobody knows me in the food truck industry for what I've done or anything, so it's cool. They think I'm just like a dude that just works in the kitchen, which is, I mean, I am, you know, but I'm, you know, it's good. You know, it's my getaway from everything that I've done that people still try to hold me to, that it's irrelevant to me now or to who I'm trying to be, and you know. It's fun. We get to, like I said, we get to stay at nice hotels. We get to eat good. We meet new people. I've met some of the best food truck owners in Texas. Yeah. You know, and man, a crazy thing. We were in Corpus for a festival, and they had I'd forgotten about that. Oh. So Corpus Festival. Yeah, so we were in Corpus, and this
got some inside scoop.
Yeah, so this gentleman who was a retired vice president or something like that of Whataburger came, and he tried our food, and his wife was just ecstatic about it. I think the wife is like a councilwoman there. And I mean, but you have somebody who was there that like met Mr. Whataburger, you know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, Mr. Whataburger. Mr. Whataburger, man. I don't know what his name is, but you know, he met the man. So he said they were boys, and yeah, he I guess you could say he gave our brand the blessing, and he said that we were onto something if we stay working hard. And I mean, come on, what did I say in the beginning? Yeah, you know, and exactly. We've committed ourselves emotionally to seeing this through, and we see progress in it every day. We learn, so yeah, I like it. That's crazy. Love traveling. I hate driving it sometimes, man. But I mean, I've gotten comfortable. I kick my feet up and stuff like that. So
I think driving's the worst part, but
yeah, nobody drives it. Everybody's scared of driving it, so I gotta be the one to haul it up.
The whole thing.
That's therapeutic. I take a long drive.
You have to go through a crash course. Skirt.
Man, we've had our and see what you gotta understand is we carry tons of weight in the back with the cases of the pineapples and that. Each case weighs 25 pounds, right? And we carry
so you're 40, moving 50. With all your food already.
Mm-hmm. We carry minimum 40, 50 cases times 25 pounds. So that's just the pineapples. Then you have about a couple 100 pounds of chicken, shrimp, salmon, lobster, ice.
And then your workers in the back.
Rice. All the shit. No, it's rice. Yeah, so you know, you can't be trying to make them then Italian job turns and stuff. So yeah.
That's crazy, man. Mm-hmm. So on those festival days, tell me a little bit more about Corpus. How was that? Was that good, man? That experience?
Dude, yeah, man. He you know, complimented our food. Gave some great advice on how to stay grounded, how to stay what's the word? And consistent, or not consistent, but how to stay on top of it, like how to find ways to stay hungry. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Use a lot of cool vocabulary that I like to keep to myself, and yeah, it's because that's I don't really want to say too much, because these are lessons that cost me a lot of work to get into, to come across. So I'm trying to kind of sugarcoat it around it, but just I guess how to stay humble, you know, because you never know. That's key. He says that he said a lot of good things.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, so next we're gonna do the 3 questions. Yeah, you ready to bring them on?
Yeah, I got my boy Nick Flashes, man, special guest. He got out of work a little late. No, you getting into work early, so he's here. What we got right now? We got it's about to be 4 a.m. My boy here in his pajamas. What's up, baby? What's Gucci?
What's going on, Nick? What's up, Nick? What's good? All right, Nick's gonna go ahead and ask 3 questions. I'm gonna go ahead and just sit here and listen, see what I can take from this conversation.
All right, so what happened right now is I was ambushed. These guys planned this, so I know they came up with 3 questions just to kind of try to throw me curveballs, but I'm prepared to kind of sit back and then smack it out of them.
All right, let's get it.
So what's up, Nick? What you gonna ask?
My first question is,
what's up?
Who are your influences?
I mean, it just depends for what phase of me you're asking. Like, I guess I had different influences growing up, athletes when I was younger, and then I'm gonna apply it to more of what you guys would be able to relate to right now. The people that I would say I would, you know, I wish I could. I'm grateful for. I'd say Floyd Mayweather, man. The time that I spent working with them in that short amount of time meant so much to me, because I knew that I was doing something that I don't think anybody will ever try. Well, I don't think it can be done, and if it can, great. That means they did they earned it. So I give them a high five. But the time spent with them, his team, and just kind of the way they see things from a different perspective, and the way they're so just kind and grateful for everything they have, and they don't take nothing for granted. So courteous, polite, and you know, you get consumed in the stereotype or the image that social media and stuff paints of these humans, and it's so far off. So when you see them, it takes you to a different level, and you're able to really stay grounded, because if you see these humans who are at a different, like I said, a different level of financially, and
means millionaires.
They have billion. I mean, you know, Floyd's earned whatever. You know, it's really emotionally settling and refreshing. And then you have like Julio Cesar Chavez, who
and you brought him down here too.
Yeah, Chavez too. I had to, man. People were talking shit about Floyd. They're like, oh, you know, why would you bring Floyd? You know, not that their opinion mattered, but I said I'm gonna make it matter, and I'm gonna bring down the greatest, the GOAT. Right, and then I'm so happy. I asked him in front of my friends. Julio Cesar Chavez. I asked him. I'm like, hey. I asked him like this. It was outside of the Boys and Girls Club. We're close like that. I made sure my boys were making eye contact. My boy Chuck out there. I made eye contact, and then I told him, all right, I'm about to ask right here. And I'm looking Chavez in the eye and ask him, hey Chavez, so who's the greatest? Is Floyd Mayweather the greatest fighter of all time? And we said he is. He's the greatest boxer of all time. But I am the greatest fighter.
Yeah, he never lost though, man.
No, so the way he said it. No, he never lost.
And two different.
Yeah, no, and who said it? Who said? A man has done it. So you have social. The man has done it.
Has said it.
And he said it right there, and I was like, man, that was so good to hear. So I enjoyed that moment. I mean, because now my it ain't an opinion. It's what the man said. Floyd's the greatest. Bottom line. Yeah, it just is what it is. So my argument.
He never lost. Nobody. They don't know how to beat him.
Never lost. You can't beat what you can't hit. And Chavez said, you know, if you gonna fight, but Floyd, if he goes toe to toe with someone, you know they're gonna dust him. That's why he doesn't do it. Yeah. So, but he plays a great game, and just overall from the promotion angle, he knows how to drain his opponents emotionally. He's a brilliant mind. Yeah. And you know, his circumstance was way different than mine. Those people went through different crazy things. Elon Musk, I love. Come on, man. People barely talking about the man.
I know he just gained recognition. You know what?
That's
right
true.
You can go back to 2011 on my Facebook, man. I'm like, I'll tell these people. They were like, this is Brownsville SpaceX. They didn't know what it was. No one cared.
I know.
But social media now, you know,
it's crazy. You know what I mean?
Oh man, it's like that Joe Rogan podcast, man.
Hey, that shit should put him on a trip now.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
In a way,
I mean, people like that find a way. They found a way already. So he'll be fine regardless of what happens. It's just good for the storyline, you know? That's the way they'll see it. That's just the way.
From a billionaire to a millionaire. Oh, well.
Nah, he'll be fine. The money doesn't mean anything to these people, because these people's money isn't good anywhere. You know, wherever they go, they're blessed. Yeah. We'll come here, we'll pay for this. So yeah, it's a different game that the 99% won't understand.
All right, let me get to my.
I only got to say two.
I know. Let me get to my. Let me get to my next question. What do you say when somebody tells you can't do something? Whenever you tell them like, "Hey man, I'm about to do this," and then somebody you already know, like they be like, "Damn man, you can't do that." Like,
well, the thing it'll just turn me off the conversation, because it says a lot about you. It don't say nothing about me. I've done everything I wanted to do. Yeah. But if you're a person that lives with that negativity in your life, I mean, hey. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that's all you, man. You can keep that to yourself. It don't mean nothing to me. Oh, Jerry, you can't do this. I did it. If I wanted to do it, it don't mean anything. And if someone's saying that, I'm around a group of people that's
just a conversation.
Yeah, I'll hold no emotional value to it. And see, like, you got to understand, I'm around a group of people that are crazy enough to think anything they want to do, they can do.
Mm-hmm. It's all in perspective.
They're crazy. We're all crazy.
Sometimes you know,
and we do
you already know people never see the vision.
Well, that's because they're stuck in their treadmill and they need to get off. Yeah, they need to walk. So really move forward. So
you gotta wake up tomorrow just like I do.
I mean, I think. I mean, does it make sense?
Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
So I can't take anyone serious that's doubtful of any type of achievement, human like goals and things like that excite someone. You can't water down someone's dream. If you're telling me you want to be the best guy at McDonald's because you want to work your way in 10 years to become a general manager, and I see the glow in your eye, how it makes you happy, bro, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with anybody that has that glow in their eye when they're talking about what they love to do. It doesn't matter. You can't talk down on someone because, you know, you have what they call a standard. Well, keep that standard to yourself. Don't hold somebody else to that standard. That's not your business to do. So that's, I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, I mean, I don't need to wear a suit and tie to make sense.
For all the haters.
No, not even shots fired. That's just like he's hitting it on the.
I'm just saying. And so yeah, that's more of the real me than with the social media one.
Yeah, exactly.
These things don't happen by accident. I had to work really hard. I had to sacrifice a lot. So did the people around me, and they still do. You know, my parents still think I'm crazy. They won't tell me I can't do something, but they think like, damn, you really doing that? And I said, I already kind of did it, so you gotta roll with it. So yeah, but they good. Everybody's good, and I mean, it's not easy. Every day, you know, we're fighting something, and it's not the world's business to know, because that's not gonna help it. I'm the only one that can fix my problems, so it's not the world to know about them. It's not for them to know about it. It's yeah, look at that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's, I guess that's my answer to number 2. What do I think when people say you can't do something? I mean, I give them the courtesy of listening, hearing them out. I don't really listen, but I'll let them kind of let it out, because, like I said, in my head, I'm already programmed to think that you're not too happy. So I'm gonna let you let it out for your sake. I won't feel disrespected, man. You can say, you know, your pineapples suck. I'll be like, oh man, shit, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Mangoes are better, bro.
Damn. Hey.
F your pineapples.
Damn. Okay.
Watermelons.
I'm 8. Ninjas, man.
No, it's one thing. So that's
you change the game with that, man.
It's cool, man. You know, it's
really
fun.
It looks like so fun to do. That's what makes it so easy for you. That's just one of the things that you can do.
Yeah, and the staff is great. The team is amazing. You know, we didn't go to school. We didn't go to the we didn't go to school for this. But we went to the school. We went to the school of Hard Knocks, where we just had to make sure that whatever we did was good, because it was going to put food in our mouth. That sense of urgency, you know, like work like a broke man, like Mayweather would say. And I guess one thing is a quote that I would say people should live by. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're really about business, you should never be ashamed to bend over and pick up a penny. If you're a businessman, you're not ashamed of picking up a penny, because that's one up. Yep. So a lot of people feel shame in that. Yeah, you want to go out there and sell your idea to Shark Tank.
Dropping jewels out here.
Shut up, man! Come on, you want to sell your idea to Shark Tank? You're too shy to pick up a penny, and that's all profit on the floor, and you're scared of picking it up. Get out of here.
True. All right.
But that's just the way my head works. So I mean,
my third question is, what else do you think you want in life? Like what else is there? Like, what are you trying to?
I think.
What do you see yourself like?
How do you see
I think right now it's just about my family and my family's emotional and my emotional health more than anything. I want them to feel some sort of satisfaction in what I've done. That it's something that really can't be imitated unless people sacrifice a lot. I mean, I bet I've done. How many doctorate degrees are there? Like in the valley, how many people have brought down Daddy Yankee?
Yeah.
Like that one. How many people? All right, I got a better one. How many presidents in the United States? One, right? Yeah. How many people have brought down Floyd Mayweather?
0.
Like that one?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I'm going to. Nah, man. I mean, and it doesn't matter what people say. You know, the people that matter. You know, the people that matter have told me what I needed to hear.
Yeah.
So that thing is the closed book. It doesn't matter. We'll post something on social media here just to give them something to, you know, dabble with. But it doesn't matter. The case is closed. Emotional satisfaction has been satisfied. We are good. We have that in our portfolio. Everything has been good. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have our ups and downs, but that's the way you define ups and downs. You know, I mean, everybody here is money driven and stuff like that, which is fine. But I tell you push a different angle, the reaction just comes around. You know what I'm saying? You have a product that's amazing. You make it about the product and the customer service. People are going to demand it. And it's a mathematical equation. It's going to come around. It's going to add up. So sense makes sense. Sense make dollars. So yeah.
I hope that's something people pick up, man. That sometimes people don't get a chance to hear that. And now they have a chance.
And I really don't go out and I put it out there like that, because, you know, it would kind of, to some people, I might make a lot of sense. To some, I might not.
Yeah.
To some, they're like, "No, but he's being sarcastic." I mean, no, this is it. I'm really talking on the business side, and it is what it is. Yeah. I mean, everything that I've done it because I love it. There's no need for me to do anything because of the have to. You know, I did that when I was young, and I have a good support system at home that no matter if things go to the ground, you know, I'll have a home and I can keep taking risks. I have that support. Sure. You know, I have a low cost of living, so you know what I'm saying?
Good, man. That's good.
I'm good, but nah, man, we're blessed, and we know that we are. So we try to promote, you know, helping others, keeping the environment clean, taking care of yourself, and all that good stuff, and just to keep seeing it turn around for us.
Okay, man. Well, is there anything else you want to say just before this? We got about like 30-40 seconds maybe.
Nah, I'm just I mean, I hope some people took something out of this. If you didn't, then I'm just glad that you stuck around and you watched, so you can't take that time back.
Woo! I gotta take something out of this.
All right, man.
Gotta drop the jewels on y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
For real. Be listening. Don't let it go over your heads too, man.
There you go.
Again, we got Jerry Leal, Nick Flashes over here. Thank you guys for listening and paying attention. Subscribe to the channel. You already know. Follow this guy on Facebook, Twitter. Follow Nick on everything. I don't know what else he got, but he got everything.
Hey, and remember, open doors for people.
Open doors for people. That's it.